Good afternoon, everyone. Man, I am so proud of you guys. Love getting to watch you today with your class with Miss Stephanie. Um, I take time just to kind of scan through, look at your faces, watch your reactions, hear you respond to one another. That dynamic today, the present that you had, what that felt like, I hope you soaked in that and really learned the essence of what those very heavy, emotional, sort of open ended discussions are like, but when they're handled in a setting like that. You could be change agents moving forward. I think a couple of you spoke to this being the generation. It might be. And if you handle yourself like that when the moments come, those will be change moments. So proud of you. Great job. Don't ever stop. Okay? Don't ever stop. Lean into these things and lean in that way. And it'll be very transformational. So, very proud of you. It's fun to be a part, very observational, but still loved watching you grow. That's what it's all about for me. All right. Last week and yesterday, we talked about some of the words resilient, gritty, teamwork, curiosity, leadership. We looked at those words. One of the things that we talked about was this idea of this assessment looking at what are our strengths and what are areas that we need to improve in. Well, what is neat is they actually give some thoughts about, okay, let's say you want to improve. This test reveals you need to improve, could improve. So today I just want to kind of read some of those ideas that the ACT has kind of laid out there, and I'm sure would do in a much broader place if you actually received their materials. But for the idea of resilience, if a person, a student, wants to improve, here's a couple of their suggestions. Have students practice gratitude by writing down things for which they are thankful. That heart of thankfulness helps us be resilient in the tough times, knowing they're coming. Thankfulness is a key element to be resilient. It keeps us wired in the right way. Love that one. Here's another one. Help students mentally reframe stressful situations so they see the positive side of challenges. Reframing, refocusing, resetting, all these are the idea that you take this very real thing. You're not in denial. You're taking this very real thing and you reframe it. You reshape it so that you can see the good in it and you pull those things out and you use them to help you get through the very real challenging time. That's a skill that a resilient person has. Love that idea. Here's a couple ideas for the word grit. Let's see, I chose number 2 here. Help students recognize roadblocks that get in the way of success so they can avoid them. A roadblock, a barrier, an obstacle. Life is this journey, this progression. And if we don't ever see the roadblock, man, that's a rough ride. You ever done that bumper cars thing at the amusement park? Man, that's what life's going to feel like. Bam, what was that? Oh, that was an obstacle. Why didn't you see it? I didn't know it was there. We got to figure out ways to learn to see either blind spots or obvious roadblocks that we just have to be informed about. And so they're saying, let's develop skills to kind of get a little look down the road and go, whoop, there's a roadblock. I see it coming. I'm going to navigate around it in this way. That's what a gritty person will do. It's not about trying to live this non-roadblock life. That's impossible. They're coming. So we have to figure out how to navigate around, through, over, under, whatever it is. But that's gritty. Here's another one. Remind students about the times they worked hard to accomplish something and they showed they could get through it, and you want to kind of highlight that moment. That's a huge thing, because if I did then, I can do now. That's a big deal if we have to assess that in our own heart. That affirmation helps us remain gritty in the moment, because I have in the past and I will in the future. All right, those are a couple things. I'll give some more tomorrow. Last thing I want to talk about is tomorrow, my brother Brad will be here to do our first work study for the week. I think you're going to really enjoy it. I can't wait for it. What's interesting to me, Brad and I have had this lifelong thing, obviously, but what's really funny is he's my brother, yes, that's the title that goes with it, but I promise you, Brad is one of those guys that I would want to have hung out with my whole life, brother or not. He is a rare dude, and when we talk, it's a very kind of edgy kind of conversation, but we always get to good places in those edgy conversations. We had a great childhood. Thankful for our family. Mom and Dad did some really cool things. We have an older brother or sister. They were gone, so Brad and I got to live out those junior high school years together. Mom and Dad were pretty conservative. We didn't get to do a lot and go a lot of places. That was just our life. So Brad and I were forced to have to figure out life together. And things we did, and we cleaned up some messes along the way as well. But he's been very honest and very raw as another human in my life, and that's been crucial. And I think he'll bring a little bit of that tomorrow, that I think you're going to see an authenticity to him, a genuineness to him, a heart for people. I think you'll pick that up pretty quick tomorrow as he talks. So I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a fun time, and I hope you come ready. Have a great evening tonight, okay?
Hi. So I did come to the office. I'm not staying at home all day. Tempting, but I'm here. So we just had class, and I loved it. That kind of class and that kind of discussion I could have for hours and hours and hours and hours. And I'm kind of glad I didn't plan for a lot of topics now. Originally, I wanted to cover like 6 different things, and then I narrowed it down to white privilege and Confederate flags and statues, which we didn't even get to. But that's really encouraging to me, just because you guys aren't timid and you're capable of talking and sharing your experiences and voicing your opinion, and I just treasure that. I got really emotional a few times during that, because it's a hard conversation, but also I'm just really thankful for you guys, and you give me hope. Yeah, your reflection, again, 1 page. It can be longer. A lot of you went beyond a page, and I love that. It doesn't have to be just 1 page. You can write a reflection as long as you would like, but at least 1 page needs to be turned into me by Friday at 5 o'clock. Also, do not forget Project Motorcycle. Seriously. Also, Saturday pickup, you will get your new Upward Bound shirt, which is long sleeves. You guys should be more excited about this than I think you are right now. I'm going to show you your shirt. This shirt belongs to Mr. Edwards. I'm undoing it. I didn't plan to do this, but I want you guys to see what you get on Saturday. Is it all in the film?
Yeah.
Can they see it?
Yeah, go down a little bit. Right there.
This is happy. This is going to be a great shirt. It's the first time we've ever given a long sleeve shirt. That's because normally when we give you shirts, you have to wear them on the trip. Like everybody wears the same shirt. And I'm not going to make you wear a long sleeve shirt in the middle of summer. But since we don't get a trip, side benefit. So I'm just waiting for a crispy fall day to wear my long sleeve Upward Bound shirt. I'm super pumped about it. But that is your reward for finishing part 2. So there's going to be only a select few people who get the shirt, so you can feel really proud of yourself. Also, if you cannot make it on Saturday, you need to arrange getting us your backpack and your ACT prep books and your calculator at another time. We will not send your stipend check or your work study until we have your stuff. So make sure that you're there on Saturday. It's just easiest. Also, I need to encourage you to send Ashley your questions for Thursday's class for financial literacy. I know you all are not just savant brilliant when it comes to financial literacy and money and budgeting. So you should have a lot of questions, and you should ask them to Ashel because she's the best. Tonight we're going to play Mafia. Hopefully I will see a lot of you there. I might try to sweet talk Ashel into narrating a few so that I can play sometimes. Tomorrow's work study, I know Mr. Scott already talked about that. It's his brother, and I'm really pumped about it. Like 10 out of 10 excited. Also, just a little friendly reminder. Mr. Scott also talked about this as thankfulness being a point of success. You really need to write your gratitude cards. Okay, I think that's it. Love you guys.